$4,000 plus refund payments to be hitting bank accounts within the next few weeks, as yet again another top official, a chief global strategist at JP Morgan, along with the Treasury Secretary and the White House economic advisor Kevin Hassett, have also been out doubling down on these statements of well over $4,000 per household from millions and millions of households coming within the next few weeks, totaling hundreds of billions of dollars, very much likened to stimulus checks. And that's what I want to talk about, as well as I do have this article right here, which I will pop up in just a second so you can see and read for yourself exactly what they're talking about right here, as this solidifies what we're talking about. And we continue to hear this out of so many people, hundreds of billions of dollars to be flowing to millions and millions and millions of people and households literally within weeks here. This is actually very interesting, a lot of money. And we're also hearing, and again, this article states this as well, this is basically round one of what they're projecting as multiple rounds of stimulative payments to be going out in 2026. This is very exciting, and I've said this before in other videos, and I'm going to say it again really quickly. 2026 is likely going to be the year when a lot of money is flowing out everywhere through many different sources. At least that is the framework in which they are setting up right here, right now. They continue to suggest many different types of payments and a lot of money going out to a lot of people throughout the entire year of 2026. Anyway, let's pop this article up right here, right now. Feel free to read through the details of this. I'll explain some of the key details on this. All right. Now, again, we've heard this out of so many different high-profile people over the course of the last several weeks here, which is 2026, they continue to say, is likely going to be bringing the largest refunds that we've ever seen in the history of this country to the majority of Americans. Again, the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, indicating hundreds of billions of dollars. That's a lot of money that they're going to be paying out. For once, this is amazing, right? But anyway, this is likely due to the passage of the OBBB, this large reconciliation or tax cut bill that was signed into law on the 4th of July 2025 by the president, right? Well, a lot of those tax benefits have not actually been felt by the majority of people until they go to file their tax return in early 2026 on the behalf of 2025. And that's when they're going to start to see these huge refunds. In fact, they're projecting well over $4,000 for the average refund for the average individual and or household that goes out. It's a lot of money. Now, generally, according to the IRS, the average refund in general is right around $3,100. They're projecting over $4,100 of the average refund in 2026 on the behalf of 2025. That's very, very exciting for a lot of people that really need that. Now, again, as you can see here in the article, they're suggesting that this is likened to those 3 stimulus checks that we got back in 2020 and 2021, totaling $3,200 is what the total of those 3 payments were. Now, they're basically saying, hey, these payments now going out in the next several weeks here will be very much likened to that. And then they're also indicating later on this year, or a little bit later in 2026, depending on when that happens, according to many people, the president multiple different times, the Treasury Secretary, the White House economic advisor, the press secretary, again, the list goes on and on of all these individuals, that we're likely going to see that $2,000 dividend or stimulus check payment as well a little bit later on in the year. And again, we're still waiting on official details as far as when that's likely going to be rolling out to people, but that's likely going to be coming as well, at least according to what they continue to tell us, right? So we're talking like multiple thousands of dollars going out to a significant portion of the population in the United States in 2026. That's going to be, very exciting for a lot of people, and that's exactly what they're also suggesting here in this report and in this article. So again, want to bring this to your attention simply because there's a lot of people out there, look across the board, that really need this money in a massive, massive, massive way because they really don't have any money right now, and many people need this influx of cash. Now, they're also suggesting that this is also going to spur a lot of economic activity because what happens when people get tax refund payments? What do they do with that money? Do they save it? No, not usually. People usually spend that money very, very quickly on all kinds of different things. Again, obviously not every single person, but the majority of the population spends the majority of their refund payments relatively quickly. So they continue to suggest that this is going to be the largest refund cycle going forward. And then again, when people maybe adjust their new withholdings and whatever it happens to be for 2026, they're going to see ultimately more money coming to them each pay period, each and every month as well. So they're contributing a lot of this money coming back to people because of the new tax cut, the reconciliation bill, again, passed back in, what was it, June or so, and then signed into law by the president, again, on the 4th of July this past summer. So very exciting for a lot of people. And again, many different people continue to come out and suggest that, this is it. And this is going to be the start of basically a huge cycle where a lot more money is going to be thrown around to a lot of people. Now, one more thing I want to point out really quickly, which is this. Remember, 2026 being the election, right? The midterm election year. So what generally happens, I shouldn't say every single time, what generally happens around election cycles? A lot of big promises are made. A lot of money is handed out. It's like Halloween, and they're handing out candy left and right, which is actually really dollars, right? A lot of dollars being handed out to a lot of different people and in a lot of different circumstances. Now, I'm going to throw this out there really quickly. If you happen to be somebody that does not file a tax return because your income is low, as in your income is low enough where you don't file a tax return, this may not be of a huge consequence to you, as in a positive way, yet. Okay, now again, this is not tax advice, not accounting advice. I'm not your CPA, I'm not your accountant. Talk to your own professional that understands your exact situation. But my point being is that, it really depends on your situation. If you maybe have a dependent, there's still a refundable portion of the new child tax credit payment that is 10% higher than it was last year. Okay, $2,200 per child, or $1,700 is the additional child tax credit, which is the refundable portion, okay? So just because you don't file a tax return does not necessarily mean that there's no money in this thing for you, okay? Here's the thing I just want to throw out, and again, I really want to emphasize this is definitely not tax advice in any way, shape, or form. I can say this right now very confidently. There's a lot of people out there that do not file a tax return because they believe that there's no money out there for them because, hey, I don't file a tax return, my income is low enough. These individuals, again, not everybody, but there's a lot of people out there that leave a lot of money on the table because they're not filing a tax return and not taking advantage of potential refundable tax credits that are available to them, and they don't even know because they don't even file in the first place. My point being is that there's a lot of people that do not file a tax return that are leaving a lot of money on the table that could be paid to you from the federal government, and you may not even know it because you're not even filing anyway. Okay, my point being is that, first off, not tax advice. I don't know your situation, but there's a lot of people out there, and the last person that's going to come and knock on your door and say, hey, we owe you some money, is going to be the federal government, the IRS. They will never come knocking on your door asking to give you money, but they may come knocking on your door looking for money, okay? It's a one-way street. Anyway, my point being is that, I'm going to continue to keep you posted with everything going on here. I will certainly keep you updated with all the latest information. Now, I want to point something else out. As we roll into 2026, if you are one of the nearly 70 million people on Medicare, if you ever have questions or need help with your Medicare plan or finding the best Medicare coverages for you, the best one-stop shop to get all of this done completely 100% for free is, that phone number, of course, for Chapter Medicare. Again, I partner with them to help those of you in this community completely for free because there's a lot of people out there that are very, very, very confused about their Medicare and they need help finding better coverages. They need their questions answered, whatever it happens to be. That is by far your best stop. So take a screenshot, take a picture, whatever you got to do, write this phone number down at any point throughout the year of 2026. If you ever have any questions, need help with your Medicare, call that number. It'll connect you with a team of trusted advisors who, by the way, have already helped multiple thousands of people in this community alone, like a lot of people, like multiple thousands of people in this community have called that phone number, and collectively, those of you in this community are collectively saving over $2 million a year just by calling that phone number, which is absolutely incredible, okay? Anyway, after you talk to them, drop a comment down below, use the word chapter, let me know how it goes, and I'll give you a shout out in a future video. And again, by the way, if you're turning 65 and becoming eligible for Medicare in the next, few months or so, or even at any point during 2026, call that number now, establish that communication, and just get on their books and just let them look through your situation and just see, like, hey, what can they do for you now? And how can you start preparing for that enrollment into Medicare? Okay, so whether you're enrolling in Medicare, turning 65, or you're already on Medicare, again, this is by far your best resource right here. Chapter Medicare, phone number's there for you. And again, they've already helped multiple thousands of people in this community, saving a ton of money, which is absolutely incredible. Anyway, if you're new here, if you have not done so, please consider subscribing. 100% free. Big subscribe button down below. Please share the video. Big share button right down below as well. Otherwise, again, drop your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. I will continue to keep you updated every single day with the latest details. A lot of things are happening right now. Please have a nice day. Take care. I hope this helps you. Again, please subscribe. Please share the video. Write the phone number here for Chapter down. Take a picture, take a screenshot, whatever you got to do. Give them a call right away, and they will absolutely help you with your Medicare. Anyway, enjoy your day. Thank you so much for watching this. Happy New Year, and I'll see you again very soon in the next one. Catch you later.